Hello, let's talk about exhaustion. So, when we mean exhaustion, we're typically talking about a state of being terribly tired. I mean, very, very tired, spirit, soul, and body. Just means a state of fatigue, a state where your energy is depleted and a lot, and a lot. So, when we say tired, you can have positive tired and you can have the dangerous tired. Negative tired, of course, when you just go through a tiring activity, you work and you're tired, maybe mentally or bodily, and then you rest and your body comes back. But when you have a state where you're just consistently tired, every day, always stretching out your mind and your body, doing a lot, if it continues for so long, a time comes when you are thinned out. You are thinned out spiritually, you are thinned out psychologically, your mind is gone. Now, this is not just a simple thing. It is very significant spiritually because in the scriptures, it is known that at some of these points, the devil has orchestrated some of the life-changing activity in the life of so many persons. And you take, for example, the story of Esau. In the book of Genesis chapter 25, verse 29, scripture says that, one day Jacob he was cooking some stew and Esau arrived home, exhausted and hungry. That's New Living Translation version. Now, if you check this, if you pay attention, NLT actually use the word exhaustion. Now, let's talk about exhaustion scientifically. First, there's a poor supply of oxygen to the brain. And once there's poor supply of oxygen to the brain, there is reduced mental activities. The blood supply to the higher center is not qualitative anymore. And, there's reduced concentration, there's memory lapses, there's poor judgment. Generally, your imagination is down, your motivation is poor. A lot of things can just be going on. Yes, you can be very resilient, and just keep going, but you need to pay attention to some of these things. Because you see, at this point, Esau literally said, what does my birthright has to do with me? Seeing that I'm dying. He felt like he was going to die the next minute. Is that true? No. He could drink water and he'll be fine. Let's remember the fact that hunters, Esau was a hunter. And hunters are generally known to be good in preservation skills for their games. They can, catch an animal, kill it, preserve it until they get home. Or even if they are not going to be home in another 2 to 3 days, the animal is preserved, for food. Now, it must have meant that Esau didn't catch anything. So he was exhausted because of his fruitless efforts. He was mentally down. Everything was down to him. And at that moment, he just needed food from someone who sits down in the house, just make simple meals, porridge. Some translation calls it porridge, red stew. So take, for example, Jesus. His temptation came exactly after the fasting 40 days and 40 nights. And guess what was the first temptation? Turn this stone to bread. Because at that moment, he was famished, he was thinned out. It was a good opportunity. It was like a kairos moment for the devil to catch him red-handed. Take, for example, another person, Moses. Moses was worn out by repeated, frustration from Israelites. Now, you can think about it that it's a simple thing. Don't forget, the Bible called Moses the meekest man on earth. And what was the singular error? Hunger. So pay attention to the fact that the same mind exhausted is not the same mind when you're calm and you're good and you're rested. When you're exhausted, the enemy lurks around. It may be the one single moment he's been looking for to strike something that you will have to pay for the rest of your life. So do a very good job in maintaining a balance between your work life, everything you need to do, your dreams, your goals, and the effort you put into it. In a nutshell, checkmate. If you've been blessed by this, remember to put a comment. If you disagree, feel free to say your mind. You understand? Remember to subscribe and remember to share with others. Thank you and God bless you.